What is going on YouTube? Is FlopFish here, and welcome to another NHL 14 Hut Team Build Tuesday. Today we are going over a team with a very similar theme to last week. That is a very high chemistry team in which if you just put change teams on the defense, it'd be max chemistry. And again, it's going to be for cheap. It's actually a 17K team build, and it's going to be players that have performed well for me. I'm 5-2 with this exact team in Division 2, so again, it's playing well for me. And yeah, so the other main requirement for this team that wasn't in last week is that the players are upgradable to a lot of the Star of the Week players. So let's go ahead and let's hop in to the team. And like I said, I'm 5-2 in Division 2 with this team, and that was about a month and a half ago when I played with them. So let's go right in and let's view this team. We got David Perron on left wing, we got Sam Gagner at center, and Nail Yakupov at right wing. This gives you the 99 chem line. And again, they're all play really well. They're decent speed. They're not. Yakupov's really fast. I find Gagner and Perron the same speed. Find them to be faster than what their skating kind of says. They'll be able to. I guess 87 is probably accurate for Gagner, and I think Perron I'd put at an 87 as well. But yeah, so pretty much how I use this line was for really good on the counterattacks because Yakupov's speed, and they're also pretty good at cycling. Perron and Gagner aren't exactly easy to knock off the puck, I found, and they're good at kind of deking and getting in tight situations, like getting out of tight situations where you have two guys on you and you can just pull a quick deke off to the side and free up a space for a one-timer for either Yak or Perron or Gagner, whoever had the puck or whoever's open in the slot. They all have good shots. Yakupov has the best shot and best speed here. I find Perron the best at deking, but overall this line plays very, very solid, and it's a line that is, once again, fully upgradable. Perron has the player of the game, Gagner has the star of the week, and Yakupov has the star of the week. So again, requirements of this team kind of fulfilled right there. Really good line. I think it's honestly worth the pucks. And it's definitely, if you're looking to downgrade a little bit as kind of 15 approaches and you're not going to be playing it over a ton over the summer, it's a line you definitely want to look at. Now on to the second line, where we have Ekman-Larsson and Zbynek McCulloch. Now this line, it's a defensive pairing that I've kind of used on and off, especially on PlayStation where I don't have a ton of pucks, just because it's very solid. Well, normally this line's always on PlayStation, just because it's very solid, and Ekman-Larsson's very fast, good shot, good hands, and McCulloch's just a rock defensively. He's also really good at moving the puck and passing it out, so that is where we stand there. And as far as starting goalie, this is actually the backup goalie in Jakob Markstrom. I kind of want to save the starting goalie, just because a lot of people might be shocked who it is, but it's definitely a good player, definitely someone I'd recommend for a goalie. And then we'll check out the heights on these guys, and they're all very solid. Gagner, again, like I said, he's tough to knock off the puck. He might not be like a huge guy, but he's 202 pounds, so he's actually fairly big in that regards. And the best part about Perron and Yakupov is that they're actually on their off wing with their shots. And it's really good to have that, because again, you can kind of get those nice little pullback racers from the high slot if you really are into that type of thing. And yeah, so they're also good on one-timers and crosses and stuff like that. But yeah, so that is where I like this line. Again, they're all tall, they're decent weight, they're hard to knock off the puck. Onto the second line, in which is Gabriel Landeskog, Ryan O'Reilly, and P. Abe Harrington. Now this line is a line that I've rocked on Xbox for the first about 60 games I played in Hut. And they were either my second line or my first line. Actually, first line was normally Grabowski with Backstrom and someone else on it. Normally Raymond actually on that first line. And this was normally my second line. First, second, and third line. I didn't really get rid of it for a while, and I finally got replacements in for them, but they're very, very good. Landeskog's very strong on the puck. O'Reilly is just, he's a beast. I wish he had a Star of the Week player and upgrade, because he's just that good. He's good on faceoffs, much better than what his stats show. His defensive stats are actually higher. Like, I would probably say his stats are at least +3 from on card, just as far as how he plays to other players. He's very, very good. One of the best base card players in the game, especially for around that quick sell price. Again, same with Landeskog. Very, very good player. He's a little bit more expensive, but definitely worth the pucks in my opinion, just because, again, he's fast, he's got a good shot, and he's good at the power moves to the net. On to P.A. Parento, Not exactly like a stud like these two guys, but he's very good. Would I call him like a dynamic player? No, I'd call him someone who's definitely going to be able to kind of hold his own weight. He's good at passing the puck, and he's definitely decently fast, and again, has a pretty decent shot. But again, he's going to be able to get the pucks and deke and kind of create space for these two guys to drive the net and score. And this is a very good line if you like to cycle. Onto the defensive pairing, where we have Brian Campbell and Eric Goodbranson. These guys, Goodbranson's a very, very good defensive defenseman, one of the best defensive defensemen for the pucks at like the 600 puck quick sell price-ish. Again, very good at checking. He's tall. I'm pretty sure he's about 6'5"-ish. And he's not super fast, but he's not super slow. His shots actually decent. It's not great. And his deking's actually pretty bad, so I don't recommend trying to pull off some fancy maneuvers with him, just because he can lose the puck from time to time. But other than that, he absolutely rocks people. He's really good defensively, and he's a perfect complement for Brian Campbell, who's the ultimate offensive defenseman. He's really fast, wicked shot, wicked hands, can carry the puck really well, doesn't get knocked off too easily, and he is wicked at deking. Brian Campbell's one of the best defensemen you can buy in Hut, in my opinion, and he's upgradable. Landeskog is upgradable. I don't think, Goodbranson isn't, but it's definitely a very good combination on the back end. It kind of gives you that dynamic of a really good defensive defenseman to have on your penalty kill, really good offensive defenseman to have on your power play, just like the first line here. Again, we're going to hop into the heights, and again, you're going to see this line just a little bit taller, not much, but again, the big difference here is Eric Goodbranson. And I don't know if I mentioned Markstrom's 6'6", so when you boost him up, he actually is kind of like a slightly cheaper Bishop, but again, he's a tall goalie, so it kind of helps you out there. On to the third line, where we have Alex Steen, Patrick Berglund, and Vladimir Tarasenko. Now, this line, by far one of my favorite lines in Hut, especially when you use their upgrade versions. Steen has so many versions, but I think his highest is like an 88 or an 89, somewhere in there. And yeah, he's just phenomenal. He's a wicked player. His start of the week's actually pretty cheap too, but phenomenal player. His base card's really good. His start of the week is definitely better. I highly recommend you picking up, especially the highest overall one, because there's not much of a price difference, and the feel for them is definitely worth it. On to Patrick, again, very solid two-way player, fast, good shot, good hands, good checking. On to Patrick Berglund. Now, here's the thing. Plays the exact same way as Alex Steen. And if you like the way Steen plays, you're going to like the way Berglund plays. The only difference is that Steen can hit a little bit. He doesn't hit as hard as Berglund, but Steen can kind of take some of the bigger hits better than Berglund. It's really weird. It's kind of something that I've just experienced with playing with both of them. Again, these are players that I've used quite a bit, both on PlayStation and Xbox, just their base cards or their special cards. So, again, they're not super fast, but they'll be able to keep up with their line mates. And that's where you have a really speedy, good sniper on the right wing in Vladimir Tarasenko. This guy can just flat out fly out there. Very fast, very good shot, very good hands. And again, all three of these guys are really good at deking, I found, and they're all really good at passing. And Tarasenko and Steen have absolutely wicked shots. So very good combination there, especially with Berglund probably being the best passer on this line. And you can set them up for good one-timers. You can cycle a little bit with this line, but it's best played off the walls, kind of off the half walls and on the rush kind of counterattack line. And I really enjoy it. As far as faceoffs go, actually I forgot to mention, Berglund's decent. He wins about 50% of them for me, probably 55-60%. O'Reilly wins about 60 to 75%. And Gagne wins about 50% of the draws. I think O'Reilly's one of the best face-off men on this team. And the defense pairing is Nick Schultz and Justin Schultz. Nick Schultz, favorite defenseman in NHL 13 for the price, and again, he's same in NHL 14. Really good defensively. He's fast. He's good at checking, and actually has an okay slap shot. And Justin Schultz, again, just kind of completes that combination, the chemistry combination, and again, just good overall stats and good offensive defenseman. He's not the best out there, but he complements Schultz decently well. Again, they're both more of a two-way defenseman than offensive and defensive. On to the fourth line. This is the only line with a non-rare gold player on it, just because of the chemistry combination. But this line is phenomenal. this is one of those lines that you are going to get people raging at. Because you got Mike Ribeiro, who's wickedly filthy at deking. He's not strong on faceoffs at all. He's actually probably the worst on this team. I might win 40% of the draws with him, but that's why I normally switch to this line. Halfway's kind of, not halfway through, but like in the middle of a shift. And then you have Moss, who's definitely very solid overall two-way player. He's good. I like the way he plays, and he complements the chemistry of this line really well. He's a bit more of a sandpaper type player, and you can kind of go in and grind for the pucks down low and pick them up and pass them to Ribeiro to do his magic. Or you can get them to Mikhail Bodker, who is commonly referred to amongst a couple people I know as Godker, just because he really is that good. He's like the ultimate hut player in the fact that he is so fast and he has a wicked shot and wicked deking. Like, he's just really quick side to side dekes, and he's a beast. Bodker is definitely one of the best players in this team. I couldn't have a cheap beast team without having Bodker on it. So that is kind of where the team fits right now. Bodker is by far the best player on this team. Although he's on the fourth line, you can roll all these four lines fairly evenly. Again, if I were to weight my playing time with them, I'd actually make this my first line. I'd probably make this my second line, this my third line, and again, probably give this one like 17 minutes, this one probably 16, and then these two probably a little bit less than that. But I try to get Bodker out there as much as I can, especially on the penalty kill and on the power play, because he's really effective with his speed there. Also, again, I don't think I showed you guys height wise, but again, yeah, Moss is a little bit taller, and again, he is that righty shot on the right wing, which is kind of useful. And again, I don't know if I showed heights here, but again, yeah, Berglund's a little bit taller, so you can hit a little bit harder. And the final thing is the starting goaltender, who's Devan Dubnyk. Now, a lot of people will kind of shake their heads and wonder, why the heck do you have Devan Dubnyk in net? And for whatever reason, whenever I played Devan Dubnyk, he played really good against me. I don't know how, I don't know why, but he just did. So that's why I decided to, you know what, maybe try him out. And guess what? He actually plays pretty good in hut, especially his regular base card. So that's why I use him. So without further ado, guys, that is this team. Again, really high chemistry. It cost me 17K. It's a team that if you're looking to downgrade to a cheap gold team that plays pretty decently well, or has upgradable players as well. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 upgradable players on this team. So pretty good there, and again, something that I definitely recommend you checking out if you're looking to have a gold team or kind of low on pucks. Anyways, guys, without further ado, that is the team. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, comment below with what you want to see next. I think I'm personally going to want to see me do middle of the road team, as in like a kind of really cheap but really good players, like featuring my favorite players that are like their base cards, or not start of the week players, just a gold card. So yeah, without further ado, guys, that is the team. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, comment below. A rating is very much appreciated. As always, take it easy, and I will catch you guys on the flop side.